All right, let's talk North Texas. So, you're eyeing a move to Dallas or maybe Plano, Richardson. Fantastic places. But hold on, before you even think about browsing listings, you need to know that things work a little differently here. We're going to give you the insider briefing on the local quirks that, honestly, could save you from some major headaches.
So you're probably thinking, hey, I bought a house before. How different can it be? You find a place, get a loan, sign some papers, easy peasy, right? Well, not so fast. Here in North Texas, the playbook is just different. We're talking about a unique tax system, some pretty wild weather that directly impacts your insurance, and get this, soil that can literally move your house. Seriously.
Look, we get it. Moving is stressful no matter where you go. But what if we could swap out that stress for some local secrets? That's what this is, your insider's guide. We're going to eliminate the surprises so you can go into this whole thing with total confidence.
First thing we got to tackle is taxes. It's what I call the Texas tax trade-off. You see, a lot of folks get really excited about one big perk of moving here, but you absolutely have to understand what no state income tax really means for your budget.
And this is it, right here, the whole equation. Think of it like a seesaw. On one side, you've got this awesome pro, zero state income tax. Love that. But on the other side, the state's got to pay for schools, roads, all that stuff somehow, right? And that's where the con comes in, higher property taxes. It's a balance, and it's one you have to plan for.
Okay, so what do you actually do about this? Two things, super important. First, when you're figuring out your budget, don't just look at principal and interest. You've got to bake in that local property tax rate to get your real monthly payment. And second, listen up because this is the big one. The second you get those keys, file for your homestead exemption. It drops your home's taxable value and limits how much it can go up each year. I'm telling you, do not sleep on this. It'll save you thousands.
All right, moving on from the budget stuff to something that sounds kind of crazy if you're not from around here. Let's get into the most surprising piece of Texas home maintenance there is, why we literally water our foundations.
Yep, you heard me right. If you go tell your friends back home that you have to water your house, they're going to look at you like you've lost your mind. But down here in North Texas, it's just a totally normal and totally critical part of protecting your investment.
So why on earth would you do this? It all comes down to one thing: expansive clay soil. This stuff is underneath pretty much everything in Dallas, Plano, and Richardson. When it rains, this soil swells up like a giant sponge. But then, during our long, hot, dry summers, it shrinks back down. All that expanding and contracting year after year can make the concrete slab foundation of your house shift or even crack.
So what's this mean for you? It's actually pretty simple. You'll just run a soaker hose around the outside of your foundation during those dry months to keep the moisture level consistent. That's it. Now, you might see a few tiny hairline cracks in your drywall inside. Don't panic. That's usually just normal settling. The real key is to hire a fantastic home inspector before you buy, one who knows exactly what to look for and can tell you if it's a real problem or just Texas being Texas.
Okay, so we've covered what's happening under your house. Now let's talk about what's happening over it. Your roof is basically on the front line, battling some pretty intense Texas weather, and that's a huge deal for homeowners here. Just look at that number, 10 years. It is completely 100% normal here to find a 10-year-old house that's already on its second roof. The reason? Hail. Our spring storms can be dramatic, and hail is just a fact of life. It means roofs here just don't have the same lifespan they do in other parts of the country.
So here's your checklist. 2 simple, non-negotiable things. Number 1, find out the age of the roof immediately. It's one of the most important stats you can get on a house. And number 2, get an insurance quote early and look for one specific line item, your wind and hail deductible. That's the number that tells you exactly what you'll have to pay out of pocket if a storm hits. Okay, that was a lot, I know. But let's pull it all together into your official home buying playbook. This is everything you need to know to buy here with absolute confidence.
It really just boils down to these 3 things. First, taxes. You've got to balance that awesome perk of no income tax with the reality of higher property taxes. Second, foundations. Just remember to keep that soil moisture even to protect your home slab. And third, roofs. Always, always factor in the roof's age and your insurance coverage because those storms are going to happen. If you can master these 3 things, you are miles ahead of the game. So there you go. See, this isn't about being scared off from buying a house here. Not at all. It's just about being smart and prepared. Now that you've got the local knowledge, the real question is, what's the first thing you're going to look for when you start your search?